this video, we're going to show you the capabilities of the Umpire in the multiplayer mode. First off, when you would like to become an Umpire, simply when you join the multiplayer mission, come down into the IP, connect, come down and press the Become Umpire button. As soon as you press this, you're going to be given a whole new different set of commands. The first one, of course, is coming down here, and it says even 5 minute. What this simply does is this gives you the ability to select preset turn limits. In this case, we have an even 5 minute, an even 10 minute, we have an even 15 minute. We have a wide variety of different turn times depending on what we want to do. So for example, if we want to say 10:10, will give us the ability to go ahead and open up this particular scenario, which now gives us an order submitting time of 10 minutes or variable turn time of 10 minutes. Keep in mind, each one of these can be customized. If you wish to customize it, simply make your way to the CMOPE folder, and then you have the ability to go ahead and open that one up. Simply make your way to the configuration folder, and you'll have this file that says mptimesettings.csv. Now, if you have a regular spreadsheet program, you can go ahead and open that. If you do not, however, you can simply open it using a regular notepad to go ahead and make your changes. Now, notice in here we have the ability to see what the names are, as well as what the VTT is, the variable turn time, as well as what the actual turn length is for the specific interval. Adding a new one would simply be a matter of coming to the bottom and adding one. For example, if we want to do a C12 75 minute, we could simply do a C12. We could do 75, and now we'd simply go ahead and define what our different times are. In this case, I'll do 12 times 60. That's going to get us a time of 1,260. And we'll assume that we're using 75, so I'm simply going to type in 75, and then a comma to simply say that I'm done. Once I save this file, I can now reopen this file directly, and every time I come down here, I will notice there will be a new collection of times that I can use for this particular purpose. Now, once we have selected it and we've done our time, we have another new button, which is going to give us the ability to commit all players at the same time. For example, if one player is taking a very, very long time to complete their turns, you can simply press this button, or even do it at random intervals in order to simulate the fog of war or sudden events suddenly changing. So once we have that capability, we can now take a look at the other options that we have in this scenario. Now, this is where things get interesting. After all the other players have connected onto the server, we can then go ahead and take a look at a God's eye view of everything going on at any given time. We even have the ability to edit specific orders or even create units dynamically. In this case, the player has completed their first turn and is waiting for the umpire to decide if things are okay to continue with the scenario. Once the okay is given by pressing the commit turn button, now the users can go ahead and receive a copy of everything that's going on inside the scenario and then go ahead and make any of their specific changes. So we've sent everything out, everything's been received, and now we go ahead and make any changes. In this case, I'm happy with all the changes. I'm not going to cause any changes in this particular scenario. Now, on the user side of things, they're simply going to wait until I've made my stuff, and then they can go ahead and make anything that they want to do. Go ahead and press this one. And now they have their time limit in order to make their decisions. So the player on the other side now is going ahead and making some changes. Let's say they want to go ahead and order up a strike or something like that. They're going to take their unit down this way, and they're going to order it to move in the opposite direction. So I'm simply going to select that. Now this is going on inside the other computer that they're going to be doing this on. They're going to go ahead and order their plot course command. Simply go ahead and reverse that, and then go ahead and commit their turn. Now, after all players are committing the turn, we're going to receive that file, and now we can see what the player has actually chosen to do. In this case, we can see that they've decided to change the direction of this particular ship, giving a regular order. Now, because we're the umpire, we have the ability to go ahead and take a look at these decisions, and then when we want, we can now press commit turn, which will cause the calculations to run. In this case, I'm going to change what the user did and actually order to go back in that direction. Now I'm going to press the commit turn button. As soon as this happens, now the server is going to process the 10-minute interval that just took place based on what I've programmed. And you can see that even though the original user had ordered it to go one way, they're going to see on their end that that particular ship was ordered to go in the other direction. Now that I'm happy with the way everything turned out inside the turn, I'm going to press commit turn, which is then going to say, okay, users, you can now go ahead and take a look at what I've done, and you can see how the scenario has changed.